Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Under Construction. This is episode number 89. 89? And I'm your host, Ellis, otherwise known as the Admiral. Notice I didn't say Train Man. I'm gonna make this happen sooner or later. I'm gonna make this thing happen where we change the name. I mean, because I've never even gone by Bombs 321, really. Anyway, so we have 2 comments today, and we have some stuff to work on that we really haven't touched in a while. And it is what I started with last time, although I need to continue it. Because the biggest thing that I feel like I need to do is get these industries ready, and I'll tell you why. Tomorrow, which obviously by the time this video comes out, that will be long since gone, probably. But tomorrow is Friday, and tomorrow I am working from home. And as you guys know, the thing that's nice about me working from home is that while I am home, I can run simulations. While I'm home, I'm probably going to be running simulations. Uh-oh. Did I just... Nope, good. I'm probably going to be running simulations on the route, and I'll be streaming them as well. Again, you guys will know if this comes true or not, because it will have already happened. But all day, I'll probably be streaming, Tolbrand AI running. If you guys miss it, you can just watch the stream probably. I'm not going to be very active because I'm just going to be watching this stuff going, but you might learn a thing or two. And I'll try to give, insightful commentary about what's going on when I get the chance. Again, I'll be working from home, so I will have to be working, as you might expect. But, the scenario will run on its own for a couple of hours, and then I can step in and change something or add something. Add something if everything's going right. My top priority is to get all the trams set up, because, well, they're already done, pretty much. At least get the general loops running, and then someday I will come back and I will do what I want to do with them, which is to make them run until a certain time, and then run into the shed. But that's not something I'm going to be doing immediately, and that is something that will take literally 24 hours to test. So I probably won't be doing that until it's really worthwhile for me to do that, and we have more routes set up. So, anyway, the thing I'm going to be doing tomorrow, mostly, or my big goal for tomorrow, is to try and set up some of the switching for here in Mason Valley. And that's the standard gauge only, because the narrow gauge obviously doesn't go anywhere. But there is the morning train, and he works from 9 till 5, and then he heads back to Olive. But none of that's set up right now. Oh wow, that was really smooth, actually. So, the goal for today, like I said, is to come in here to set up all the industries so that they can be worked, and then to program it tomorrow on stream. I'm not sure if that's actually possible, partially due to the fact that I haven't what's the word? I haven't gone into the spreadsheet and set these things up yet. Also, this doesn't have industry, this doesn't have industry, this doesn't have an industry. It's mostly the stuff over here that we gave industries. Yeah, that, and those. But they aren't linked either. They aren't set up at all, honestly. There's almost nothing that's been done with them. And we have a lot more industries to set up, so let's get on the ball with getting these guys in there. So let's go grab a multiple industry. Oh, and I said I wanted to set up a roundhouse. I didn't end up looking for another narrow gauge roundhouse. Like I said, if you guys have a narrow gauge roundhouse that you are interested in, then say something. Oh, I gotta ask a question. Oh, speaking of questions, we have 2 comments, and they are both great and great springboards into stuff that I get to talk about and want to talk about. So I will get to those once I can. Madison is around, but unfortunately she will not be joining us for this episode. Maybe she'll join much later, but I don't foresee that. She's currently sorting some stuff out, like the good housewife that she is. Oops. She's actually helping our tenant, I suppose you could call her, roommate, really, to sort through her clothes and everything. You know, nothing crazy. Oh, is this a multiple industry? Whoops. Question again. Is this a multiple industry? No, it just has a large piece of track here. So, wait, is this even a track? Or is this part of the... Hold on. Is this part of the model or no? It is. That's interesting. I'm going to have to figure out how to deal with that. So, we need another industry over here. And we're going to need to name all these places. Although, most of them have names already. And I'm still not sure what I want to put in under that overhang, or take out for that matter. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be put in, because what do you take out of a metal place other than just metal, you know? So this can go over here, this can go over here. I should have been taking notes while I was out in Colorado and Utah for some of these industrial areas, but oh well. Go back over here. And we're going to want a derailleur probably here, right before the crossing. Because we want an engine to be able to back up to like here. Actually, maybe right after the crossing. I don't know, something like that. We do need an industry under there. I think the 20 meter is the best. Oops. Let's see. I'm going to need to pull this car out. I really should have put the industries in here before I tried to mess with the cars. But oh well. Oh wait, no, I did want that tab. So yeah. First things first, get all these industry things in here, then figure out what we're doing with all of them. Of course, some of them we already figured out, but they aren't written down at all. Nothing's written down. In fact, Mason Valley is a big blank spot on my document, which is a huge oversight. But, oh well, my mistake. I'm paying for it now. I'll put that over there, put this over here. Get rid of this. Thank you. And we're going to slide this over there, and maybe if we're really... Oh, no. Maybe if we're really good about it, it'll connect. Oh, no. Did I just shove that thing to the other side of the planet? Where's the track? Why is the track gone? Let me grab this. Oh, the track's back. That was a little strange. Doctor Strange. Let me grab the thing, damn it. Alright, now slide this back forward. Okay. Again, the thing is, an engine will try to run itself over the industry if you have the engine attached. Well, which of course you have to do. Which creates problems. I don't know why I needed to be communicated that. Madison's going to Walmart. I guess she wanted all of you to know. I'm looking for my invisible track is what I'm doing. Look at that. Because I didn't put it on... Oh, that's right. This area has to be set up too. I've got part of Biggie Smalls featuring Thomas the Tank Engine stuck into my head. So if I start, like, just swearing for no reason. That doesn't happen, but, you know. If I start spazzing out, basically, that's why. I feel gangster today. Damn, it feels good to be a gangster. Alright, that switch is not going to do anything. This, I need to add a thing off the back of, and I want to straighten that. Apparently I can't. Oh well. These guys I want to add things to, although it doesn't really matter. We're never going to be pushing anything to the very end of the track, but I want this to be there just in case. For whatever reason, I need the AI to do that. Because if I don't do this, they just won't get anywhere close. They won't get in within, like, a car length of the end of track. Which, as you guys know, has been a problem for me before, particularly with turntables. I have had never-ending problems with turntables and AI, but hey, that's just how it goes. They were never meant to do that. The AI in this game, for the most part, is supposed to be background features. You know, I think when N3V decided to make trains and add AI, it was just so that you could have other trains going down the track near the player, and not so you could, like, run an entire railroad with them. Just my 2 cents. Just what I assume was the thought process there for N3V. Anyway, we're pushing that to the breaking point, as you guys know. Something occurred to me, right? This area over here really should be concrete or pavement and not dirt and grass. But oh well, I think it looks good the way it is. Maybe in this area there wouldn't be as much concrete because you don't have as many trucks, but I suppose it's the 50s. Of course you have lots of trucks. Okay, so next things next. We got the ones up there, we got that one, we got those two, we got... oh, this one we didn't get. Put this, like, there. Okay. Oh, I put this car over here. I need to put it back where it belongs. This goes over in there. Gotcha. And... yeah, this. Okay. So, these two I think are the last 2 sidings that we have to do. Actually, no, I just totally lied to you guys. We need to get the back ends of these spurs here. Because we need the trolleys, when they pull into the trolley barn here, we really need them to come up close and tight. Because we're having to fit, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's going to be 2 in there, 2 in there, 2 in here, 2 in here. Plus the one little Baldwin electric, or whatever, you know, thing here. Or maybe not even electric. Maybe we'll have a little diesel. But, you know, it's going to be like a number 4 almost. Let's see. What is this? Saginaw? Oh, that's that thing. Do I have a 44 tonner? I should. 44... no, not 844. GNGE 44 tonner. No. And, of course, I need to add a piece of invisible track off the end. Oh, it's not invisible track at all! And now I can't... hold on. Clear that. BNSF 50, invisible track. I guess if I type in BNSF 50, it just takes me what I want. I kind of wish that wasn't, you know, active. But oh well. Do I have a... oh, I have this switch here. Okay. Just making sure. So, okay. That has a thing. This has a thing. That has a thing. This doesn't, and I'm not sure what I want to do with it. These two need things. And what was I... so did I set these guys up how I wanted? This has... this kind of scrap. This has this kind of scrap. And we're dropping off... iron pellets? Yeah. and this kind of scrap. And then we don't have anything in here because it's just a door. There's literally nothing over there. I could set up something in there, but that would be kind of ridiculous, I think. Okay, so we have to move these guys out of the way. We've got to do this in phases. We have to move everything out of the way and then put a thing and then put it back. You know, I don't really want to take forever to do this because obviously, let's not. But, oh crap! That's the other thing I need to move out of the way. Get out of here. Get in the water. Splish splash, I was taking a bath. I saw some big cranes in Denver. Not that that's really special. I see lots of big cranes, but like the thing that you don't get very often, and this is like a lost rail fan me, because I never really cared about rail fanning freight much, especially when I was a student. I just didn't care, and I never really saw like the Providence of Worcester in action or CSX in action. I saw like through freights. I saw stuff going into and out of Selkirk, because I'm sure you remember from my wonderful stories about getting in trouble at Selkirk Yard, or almost in trouble, as it were. But I never really cared much about seeing freight ops. You know, I saw things down the Port of Providence a couple of times, and that's it. So when it comes down to it, I really never saw much. And freight tends to happen on the weekdays during week hours, because that's just when people are around to do that kind of thing. That's really, what's the word? That's just when people are around. It's work time. And it just so happens to be that I also work during work time, as you might expect. For somebody who works. And so that means even if I want to, I can't really get out and see big freight trains in action, or even small freight trains in action, really. So yeah, it's now that I'm older and wiser, not really, but whatever, let's go with it. Now that I'm older and wiser, and I care a little bit more about freight ops, hold on, what do I want? I want the... Oh, you know what? I put it over here, didn't I? No? Wait, did I put it farther down? Yeah, I did. I actually kind of want to put this like right at the door. I don't want them going in here. What? Can I not put stuff on the BNSF 50 track? I just saw stuff on the BNSF 50 track. I put that like there. Oh god, what was I saying? I was in the middle of something. I totally distracted myself. Yeah, I don't get out to foam that stuff, which is kind of unfortunate. But it's okay. Oh my god, look at all this stuff. Oh, that's why these are a pain. You know, I don't really care about this thing. Let's put it over here. So these days, I'm not out and about much during normal working hours. I am at work. And that, presents a... It's not like I'm saying it's a problem, but I'm saying the consequences are as follows. You don't see much going on in the way of mainline activity. That's number one. But the second thing you don't see much of is, now that I've come around to it after 5 minutes of rambling, just construction. When you are in school, and you... or not even in school, but when you're off for the summer, I guess, and you're driving around during the summer, and you see all this construction, you see all these men at work, and, you wonder if they're from a land down under, and get to witness that all. Whereas if you are going to work Monday through Friday, 5 to 9, or 9 to 5, 5 to 9, that would suck. Or it would be a not so bad short shift, early or late, I don't know. While you're doing whatever, you don't see this stuff. And then when you're out and about on a weekday when you're supposed to be at work, it's suddenly like, wow, look at all this stuff going on. And being out for vacation and being around, being like, not at work for all of the construction and whatnot, I was like, oh wow, like this is cool seeing all of this go down. That's really interesting. I never get to witness this, but now I am. It was unusual, and it was cool to see, honestly, because I don't ever see it. And so, instead of watching static cranes do their thing, or do nothing, really, it's like, oh wow, look, they're putting that building together over there. How cool is that? I never get to see that because I'm always at work. I don't know. It's just something that I noticed. It's one of these things that you don't really think about too much, and then you just happen to see this stuff. Although not all work goes on during the working hours, but a lot of it does. A lot of like construction work, but highway work not so much because you want people to be off the road. So, like when Madison and I were moving in here, we came by one of the interchanges that's getting worked on, where we came by it about 20 times, just shuffling stuff from the new house, from the old house to the new house. And I sort of glanced at it, and I went, oh yeah, there are no bridges there because they're rebuilding them from scratch pretty much. And I go, oh yeah, look at that, that's pretty cool. And annoying because, we've got to find our way around it. But the very next day, we come back and there is a bridge. Just boom, suddenly, bridge. It's like, whoa. And it hardly even registered. You have those things where it's like, if something completely bizarre happens, then sometimes you block it out. You don't comprehend it. Okay, how is this not compatible? How come I can't place stuff on stuff today? What's going on? This is going to be an interesting one. And I guess I'm going to be dropping it off on the narrow gauge and not the standard gauge, so I don't really need a coal dump for the standard gauge. So... Oh, hey, the big boy derailed. So... I'm just not sure about this. I'll come back to this. Also, I've got lemonade for hydration, made by my darling. But the issue is, I've never made this mistake before by trying to hydrate with something that isn't water during the show. Cut back to me hacking my lungs out because I tried to do it with, what did I try to, oh, it was a milkshake from Johnny Rockets I tried to do that with. Oh man, I could use a good milkshake. But, yeah, so that was my mistake, and she was like, do you want the rest of this lemonade? Because we had, like, whatever was left in the pitcher. And I was like, yeah, I'll take it, sure. I'll drink it on the show. That was a mistake. I'm already starting to feel hoarse, and I just had a drink and didn't make it better. In fact, it made it worse. It would make it even better if I talked like a pirate. Aye, this'll always help your throat. It won't. Pro tip, don't do that. Don't do that if you don't want to hurt your throat. We're going to have to access that later, so... Let me actually slide the building. Can I grab this now? Nope. Nope. Crap. How far does that hitbox go? I know. I guess because it's not like a vector hitbox. You know, it doesn't like look where you're pointing. Although it would sure be nice if it did. Excuse me. Thank you. So it just covers up the whole area. Either way, I'm going to do that so that the stuff gets in close. Make sure I'm not exposing anything by doing that. Okay. I told Madison I was going to put, like, barrels and junk on this beach. She was like, the sand is really dark. And I go, yeah, because it's, like, gross sand. It's not the kind of beach that you really want to go swim at. Okay, so let's grab more multi-industries. There's a lot of industries in here. There's a lot going on over here. And this is a real good industrial park. The one in Olive, despite being rather nice, is really kind of sparse. And... you know, I get that maybe that's not 200% realistic to have stuff as packed in as it is here, but I think it's really cool. And there are definitely areas where you can get kind of close in reality. And usually the trick of it is it's usually just one industry that's doing all this stuff, and here it's a ton of stuff crammed into this one valley. So, you know, maybe it's not, again, maybe it's not 200% realistic, but I don't think it's hugely unrealistic, you know? I don't think it's... whatever. Also, we will probably talk about this big boy derailment on... because I just saw the message. This big boy derailment on the podcast in, like, 2 weeks or whatever. Or a week from when this comes out, more than likely. But... I mean, it's not really much to talk about. It's the article says it stubbed its toe. It derailed like one set of drivers, I think. So, I mean, I'm not really surprised by that. It was in a yard. It derailed some drivers. It stubbed its toe. Like, I don't know. So I think these signals are unnecessary. These guys. I think what I'm going to do is just use pedestal dwarfs for this line here, just by and large. Whoops. And did I use pedestal dwarves in here, or did I use regular dwarfs? Because I should have used pedestal dwarfs. Here are my alcoves. No, I used pedestals. Okay, yeah, that's good. I want to put this back here. Actually, do I want to put this... yeah, because I... well, actually, no. I don't. Because... yeah, I do. I take that back. I definitely do. So we'll just keep it like that. And then, coming to town, there should be another one. Oh my god, I can't control my thing. Where is... there should be another yard limit sign and speed limits. There's you. Where's the yard limit sign? Is this a pedestal dwarf? Yeah. I've got two. Well, I've got a regular dwarf and a pedestal dwarf. What is this one? Oh, there's my speed limit sign. I don't have a yard limit sign. It's kind of dumb. Oh well. So back this way. Back this way. Going back to here. Okay, the next thing is we need to figure out what commodities these guys are taking. And what they are so I can put them on the spreadsheet. That's the biggest thing for today. I want to be able to spreadsheet these things so that I can work on the actual programming tomorrow and I don't have to spend time setting them up. You know, it's stuff that's going to have to be worked on anyway. Oh, that's right. That's what I wanted to find. I wanted to find a narrow gauge turntable, not not another narrow gauge roundhouse, because I wanted to use this roundhouse. I just don't have a narrow gauge turntable. Like I said, if you guys know a narrow gauge turntable or a narrow gauge turntable and roundhouse that you think I should use for that yard, speak up. Speak up just like Icer and Trainman did? No, Tristan's channel. Tristan's channel says, I just recently got into listening to Sabaton. This is a really good time to do that. Just throwing it out there. I'm really enjoying Bismarck. Yes, so much yes. Anyway, I thought you would be interested in knowing that they're reselling Locomotion and Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 at Walmart on physical discs? Interesting. Madison just went to Walmart. I should tell her to fix them up. I picked up Locomotion and I'm starting to get into the groove of it. I can see why you played it so long. I not just played it so long, I still want to keep playing, and Madison wants to keep playing it too. We just don't have the time. We both... I mean, I adored it far more than she did, but we both really loved that game. And when we played together, it was a blast. And, you know, Locomotion on Steam is one thing, and you're probably saying this because I brought this up, but Locomotion on Steam is one thing, but I don't think you can mod it. I believe you have me on Skype, or I have you on Skype. If you ever have questions with modding it, I will try my best to help. It's been a while, but I will try my best to help. Because the game itself is awesome. The game with mods is super duper awesome. Yeah, it lasts. It's the kind of thing where... Yeah, I've totally played this. I've played that game for... Oh, good lord. I forgot about that. Played that game for a long, long time. What's this? That's cool. Oh, that's right. That's the one up there that I sunk. I just really, really wish I had... You know, I can probably orient these things up here and then sink them into place. But I'm going to have to be real careful about sinking them, because once they're sunk, and I can't move them again. Without moving the bridge, and that's just a serious pain in the neck. So yeah, I've listened to Bismarck probably 20 or 30 times now. It is really good. It is a standout Sabaton song, in my opinion. Maybe that's just because it's new. You know, maybe it's just... Maybe it'll wear off at some point. But right now, I love that song. And I also really do like Fields of Verdun. It's not as good as Bismarck, but it is good. It's, you know, it's a pretty mid-range Sabaton song, I would say. And even if it ain't, you know, even if it isn't a mid-range Sabaton song because it's, you know, bad compared to the others, it's because the other ones are really good, like really, really good, and that one's only really good. But the thing that's so tickling my fancy with Sabaton right now, if you're not on the Sabaton History channel and reading their breakdowns of songs and stuff like that, not only has it taught me some awesome stuff, but it has showed me new songs that I didn't know existed before. And this is the most important part right now, they have been teasing their song releases via that. So they teased Bismarck on there, and then a couple weeks later they released it. You know, they did the whole video on the Bismarck, and then they released Bismarck. Then they did Fields of Verdun, and they released Fields of Verdun, I believe. Yeah, they did. And then just today, they released their new Sabaton History video, and it's about their next single, The Red Baron. And oh my god, that song sounds awesome. I probably listened to the sample, which is, there's like 20 seconds of it in the video, tops, and somebody actually cut it out and turned it into its own video, and it's on YouTube, you can find it. And oh my god, I just listened to it like on a loop, like 5 or 6 times, because it isn't very long, like I said. But it sounds like it's going to be so much fun, and I cannot wait to see them in concert. That's in November, and I wish it was tomorrow. Like, I would skip the summer to go see them in concert. But, I mean, it doesn't really hurt me any because I like the winter. But, you know, I so would. And if you want to see them, just check out their tour dates. Like, seriously, don't miss that. Don't miss that opportunity, because they don't tour that often. They're not like some of these bands that just tour and tour and tour and tour. They do take breathers every once in a while, mostly to make historical videos with Indie Idol. But yeah, Sabaton is a great band, not just as a metal band, but like as a history primer. I can't count the number of things that I saw. I heard the music and I went, well, what is this? This song's awesome, but what is this? And I actually, what is it, 2 weeks, or last week or whatever, they did Counter-Strike, which is the 6-Day War. And I, had read about it, but I didn't know much about it, and Madison is Jewish, and I figured, this is extremely relevant to her. So I listened to the whole thing, I mean, partly because I wanted to know about it, and partly because I wanted to, know about it to tell her stuff. And then I was just like, whatever, I just sent it to her instead. I was like, everyone can benefit from Sabaton history, not just the regular viewers. Bring your friends, bring your family, bring your mother-in-law, sit them down and play some Sabaton. First thing I played in, very different styles here. First thing I played in Weibold's car was, or his truck, was Bismarck. The first thing I played in TBA's car was Biggie Smalls featuring Thompson Tank Engine. Actually, that's not correct. The first thing I played in both of their cars was Biggie Smalls featuring Thompson Tank Engine, but Weibold wouldn't let me finish it. So, I just, I went okay, and I turned it off. And then later I put on Bismarck. I had to get my Biggie Smalls fix. Hopefully that doesn't look too awkward. I am going to plateau tool this area here. So this height right here. I use height. Ooh, that's too much radius. Yeah. Oh, crud. Raising these things. But yeah, the fact that it's got organ in it, and it's got this awesome and unusual cadence for a Sabaton song. It's still clearly Sabaton, but it's different. And that's part of what tickles my fancy as well. And I was trying my best to see if I could sing it, and I'm not very good at it. But I did manage to sort of get the cadence down. Oh, you know what? Can I actually get rid of that? Oh no! Oh no! Okay. Pile. No, not like that kind of pile. What's another word for a bridge pillar? Support? Yarn bridge 01 support. No, not those kind of things. Support tower. Warehouse sign. Bridge support. Bridge support. Trolley wire support. No. Ah, one of these. Actually, probably two of them will do the trick. Yeah. So Red Baron comes out June 14th, I think. That's less than a month from now. I am souped, and I so hope they play it at the concert. I hope they play it. I hope they play Bismarck. I'm sure they will because they're their new songs. But you know, it's supposed to be the Great Tour. You know, it's the Great War Tour. So I wouldn't be upset if they didn't play those songs, but I would be disappointed. I really hope they do play them. So, for what it's worth. Sabaton, if you're listening. Oh, we all know they're not. I did actually have an idea for a Sabaton song, and they get a lot of ideas. They have a page on their website, which is, if you have an idea for one, and I didn't submit it because I just didn't know how to phrase it correctly, and they do say in the video on their songs, like, some of the descriptions that they get are very wordy and lengthy and very detailed, and some are just very simple. And I would have preferred to be one of the wordy ones, I guess, because I want to give as much detail as I can, but I just didn't know what words to put. But anyway, in short, the song is called Old Ironsides. It's about the USS Constitution. It's, I just think it would be kind of awesome, and maybe one of these days I'll still submit it. Okay, so the bridge is attached to the ground now. That's a good thing. That's kind of one of the goals for today. But the biggest goal we really haven't started working on yet, so that's kind of unfortunate. I put up some fences at the beginning of the video. Let me take another sip of lemonade. It's not going to help, but it's going to make me feel a little better. Our tenant, Shay, she was like, wow, that's sour lemonade. And I was like, it is? So I love lemon. Lemon's got to be one of my favorite flavors of anything. And I've been like, I would totally suck this lemonade down, even if it kills me. But yeah, it wasn't like, nobody put sugar in it or anything. It's just like straight. It's from one of those packets, so I assume it's sweetened already. But it's just, it is pretty, it's pretty hard for being not hard lemonade. Anyway, what's the other comment? Ice of the Blue Lion says, hey Ellis, what is up? And house the new house. House the new house. Is that a pun? Is that a pun or a misspelling? So, I'm sure you've seen the route I've been making since I'm really not doing any work on the route itself. It's just getting DEM sections or DEM sections. Since I have to do it in parts and then merge them together. Yes, I have seen that and I'm super stoked. The route looks huge and it looks awesome and I hope you get to it. Get to actually complete it, I just got distracted. I saw these switch stands. I really want to redo these switch stands. But now is not the time. I can't believe I have to use these stupid things. I wish I had any other kind of gondola. Literally any other kind. That has the same commodities. But I don't think there is. Although, actually, wait. No, because he added like a bajillion commodities to his. Yeah. So, unless it's a skin on top of something else. Yeah, no, I don't think so. The biggest thing with these is finding things to actually put in them. Gilpin galore. Do I have gilsonite anywhere? Actually, you know what? I know I do. Because I have, hold on. Because I have Uinta stuff. Right? Hold on. Maybe I don't have Uinta stuff. Oh, wait. No, I have Capice and I have the engines. That's it. I don't have flat cars. I have some actual Uinta, industries that produce and consume gilsonite, but I do not have, anything, whatever. Okay, so I need an industry there, I need an industry here, I need an industry here. So, Multi-industry. Multi-ind. Ind. So, over here. I like how the water is kind of quiet for me because my volume is turned down. If not, it would be totally obnoxious. And I'm sure it's definitely not super loud for you guys. I'm sorry. This, give me the spline point tool over there and one over here. And then delete this middle bit. And then reconnect them. Like that. That's fine. I just want to have some industries down so that we can program them. Uh-oh, what happened here? Oh, hold on. This is not far enough down. Nope. Keep going down. There we go. Didn't actually need to go that much farther down, huh? Oh, just because... Okay, I see. Alright. So... what was I doing? Alright, industry's up here. But yeah, I'm stoked about your route, Icer. I really am looking forward to seeing the kind of stuff that you get on there, and I'm really... Like, one of the things I really love is just playing around on routes. That was... If we didn't have all those issues with the missing trains in the other route, which I should have done a delete missing assets first, my mistake. The last route I reviewed, was it the last one I reviewed or the one before it? Either way, the big one with the invisible trains that I crashed into a couple of times. I would have really thoroughly enjoyed that route. Also, there were a couple of like bridges missing, if I recall. Just as a sandbox to play around on, I would have thoroughly loved that route. And I still do. I just, you know, actually having the time to play around on a route is something that I, well, really don't have. Oh well. The biggest issue with these is that the industries are always flat. Multi-industries are flat. Do this. No. Grab that. Grab that. Use that. Grab this. Oh, it's the same height, duh. But I just say they're flat. And then do that, and then do that, and do that, probably, and do this. Yeah. That way, at least, everything's sort of square. One more multi-industry right here. And then we'll start figuring out what we're calling them, and then we'll start figuring out what to put on them, as in production, consumption, etc. A lot of these, I think, are going to be turning lumber into something else, because we have an absurd amount of lumber, and we need to balance the goods equation a little bit more, and then we will have less lumber. Less random, extraneous lumber. This will help us. So this is Machine Fabrique. So this is probably not lumber, but oh well. This guy, I see him making, like, something. Furniture, maybe? I don't know. If lumber's going into a place, I just imagine it making furniture, really. I don't know why that's my default. It just is. So, alright. Another sip of painful lemonade. And yeah. What if I make this place? This place isn't anything, of course, because it's abandoned. In fact, you know, you can't even see the tracks here. Even though I think it came out really well, it is abandoned. We're not going to be using it for anything. So, also this turn is wicked tight. Think. Alright, I can see the... Oh, you know what we don't have here at all? We don't have a water tower or a coaling tower. Not even a little. So let's... Yeah, let's, do that. Oh, crap. That's one of the other things here, right? Do we have a way to get coal from the narrow gauge to the standard gauge here? I don't think we do. Why is that the oversight that I make? Why is that, like... Idiot. Why didn't you do that? Where am I gonna put this? They're like over here? No. Over here? No. Obviously not. They're offloading the coal there. Dumb, stupid idiot. I'll have to do it somewhere else. So the coal is going to come from somewhere else. It's not going to come from here. Right? I guess. So if we don't have a coal loader, then... hold on. Let me see if I can find one. See if we can fit it in somewhere. Coal. Oh yeah, this one. Except this is the one that the standard gauge track doesn't fit underneath. Is this a manual coal transfer? I bet it is. This literally doesn't have a thing. Okay? The thing that I could do, right? The thing that I could do is put this like here. Actually, that kind of works. That almost makes sense. Almost makes too much sense, actually. How close can I get this to over here? About that close. Not ideal, but not the worst thing in the world. Actually, can I, like, squeeze it in even better if I... You can do this, cut the other track short, and then bring the other one up to it. So what is this? I don't think I need this track for anything, really. I can cut this track short. This is just for cars when we're shifting them one by one, and honestly, there's not going to be a whole long line of cars while we're doing that, because they would go one at a time, in reality. So, come on, place the other spline point. There it is. Nope. Actually, no, I think those are correct. Here they are. Wow. I don't believe it. Alright, where are the ends? Oh, they're this. Duh. Doy. Move this to match up with its counterpart. What did I do for... This is not a dual gauge track end. What did I do for a dual gauge track end? Probably this and that underneath it. Yes, it is. Why is it doing that to me? Do I need a database repair? Hold on, let me check my signal bridges. That'll be a good indication. Signal bridge. Whoops. Here are... The right one? What, this one? But they look fine to me. Nothing's busted yet. Busted makes me feel good. Alright. Alright, put that over there, put this over there. Okay, now we need the track. Which I kind of wish I had a different track. Oh well. Okay, so this, instead of scooting around like that, has to come in like so. Up to here. Which, hold on, let's get that lined up. Come on now. Is that lined up? No, not quite. I just need the curve to be not stupid. Like seriously, that's literally what I need. Remove gradient. And get rid of this. Come on, get rid of it. Because I can't place it, I can't get rid of it? Is that what it is? Why can't I? Oh, it's gone. It's actually gone. Wait, did it just move? No, it was just taking a while to go away. Okay. Delete that. Take this, bring it to there. Excellent. That actually did better than I expected. Okay. Scoot this out a little bit so the ballast isn't totally... Wow, that is steep though. That is wicked steep. How is it supposed to work? How are you supposed to get... Oh, you know what? I bet there's supposed to be a trestle up to it, and this is just ground. Okay. Let's get a trestle and do that again. No. Over here. No, not test. T-R-E-S-T. 3-foot trestle 30 meters. A 3-foot trestle 15 meters. Is this the nice one? Is this nice? Doesn't look nice. It looks broken, actually. Actually, it doesn't look not nice. Can I use this? I can't attach that to it, can I? Alright, give me the invisible track. Where are you? Or the rails only, I guess, not the invisible. Attach it from that to that. And now we need to adjust this so that it doesn't look incredibly dumb. No. Easy. Nope. Come on. Too much. Too much again. Make it flat, goddammit. Why is it so difficult? Alright. Okay, now we gotta slide this up as close as we can get without it spazzing the hell out. Okay, I hope that spline points being that close together will not cause a problem. It's doing a weird bumpy thing. Hold on, let me try something else. I should probably be doing this with narrow gauge cars just to for real, but when they are coming off. Okay. Back to what we were doing over here. Why did I minimize that? I never do that. Yeah, let me see more while I'm doing the wrong thing. See more? See more butts? I want to see more butts. Right, and a 1 and a 2. Car Talk's big band leader is Juan Anatu. Car Talk's divorce attorney is Carmine Not Yours. Car Talk's chicken soup provisioner is Kent Hoyt. And for those who do know what Car Talk is, they're doing a commemoration ceremony up in Boston in Harvard Square, at the offices of Dewey, Cheatham and Howe, for because the show is no longer in production. They no longer have a studio there, but the sign will stay in the window forevermore, basically, and that's part of the agreement. And I really should be using a trestle on the side because that track just doesn't cut it. Crap, what was I saying? Yeah, so they're going to keep the sign in the window for Dewey, Cheatham and Howe. They're going to, they're putting a memorial plaque out for the brother that passed away a couple of years ago. It's actually the first Reddit post I ever saved, was the announcement that I believe it was Tom Magliazzi passed away. Which, man, I missed that show. That was such a good show. For those who don't know Car Talk, it was a radio show on NPR, and it was on its own before NPR. It ran for something like 35 years, and it was just these two brothers, Tom and Ray Magliazzi, who called themselves Click and Clack, the Tappert brothers, who they would live on the air answer people's car questions. It was honestly, not only was it gold, it was really, really insightful. It was really helpful, because as a total car noob, basically, it really, it let me, sit back for an hour every Saturday and sort of crack up about dumb car stories while at the same time learning a lot about cars. And, there are, I won't say I have like an encyclopedic knowledge because of them. They absolutely had an encyclopedic knowledge. It was honestly kind of crazy how they could solve things. But, they taught me quite a bit. And every week they would do the puzzler, the Car Talk puzzler, where they would have a riddle, basically, that you had to solve, or a weird question or something, Alright, so we have our coal transfer here. I didn't think that I would be making one of these, yet here we are. It would be fun. Oh my god, do I have it? I thought I had it. Damn. Nope. No, come on. I know... Oh, excuse me. I thought I had it. I guess I don't. Coal unloader rail. Oh, wow. That's weird. Trestle. Power plant coal unloader. Coal pile. There was a thing in Salida, Colorado, which was the thing that was to unload narrow gauge things into standard gauge things. And, oh, I know this thing. I've been there. I walked up that part of it. And it literally took the cars and rolled them over, like rolled them linearly along a thing, to then dump them onto a different thing. It took the narrow gauge cars, it flipped them upside down, and poured them into standard gauge cars. And I know that's not that weird, because there are a lot of coal dumpers around, but it's pretty weird to do it for transferring between gauges. At least I think so. Okay, this is a narrow gauge one. This is a narrow gauge one. We have 30-foot coal stage. This also is really too close to the tracks, but at least it's the right gauge. Okay, where am I going to put this? How am I going to put these things? I'll just have it on this track here. What am I doing? I'm so off track. Anyway, when it's in beta testing, you'll be able to do a route review on it. This is a continuation of Isaac's comment. And of course, you'll get to beta test it as well. Awesome. Also, keep in mind it won't be put on the DLS at all. It'll be on my own site if I make one, as I'm still not sure where I'll have my route. You should put it on the DLS though. Since I'll be doing a modern route of the same map, try that again. Since I'll be doing a modern route of the same map, I'll be able to do eras from the 60s to present day if I want to. So spend plenty of fun to do on the route. Plenty of fun to do on the route. Not a big comment this time. It's better than nothing. Don't worry, I love your big comments, but by no means are you obligated to place them, to make them. So... Can you pull up engines to this thing and have it load them? I don't think so, but... Because I know that typically you have something act as like a refueling tower. And... yeah. So I'm not sure if you can pull up an engine to that and just have it work. But, well, we have the coal stay over here. Or the coal pile. Maybe I'll worry about this stuff later, although we do definitely need it, though. Okay, that's just a coal thing. Modern coaling station. Well, that's nice, but a little much for here. That's also a little bit much. Can I have something just small? Actually, if we... Full states. Let's just do this. And actually, will we do it on this track? We'll do it on this track. So, we'll do that, and we will have the coal... I just had the thing. Where is it? I want to see that... Oh, here we go. PL coal. I assume this just works as a multiple industry that fills the markers. Alright, we want to place a spline point here, and a spline point here. Here, there, and everywhere. Speaking of here, there, and everywhere, has anyone seen, or has everyone seen that commercial for that movie where the guy, like, is the only one who knows Beatles songs, and so he makes bank? It just seems so dumb. Like, it's an interesting concept to be sure. And, like, nothing about it seems particularly shaky. And it certainly seems to have the concept of a great film. I just don't know what to think of it. I honestly, I don't know. I was listening to the ad and going, wow, is anyone gonna watch this? Like, it's, I mean, I guess if you get all the way through, it's kind of compelling, but it's like, I listened to it because I was sort of stuck with it, not because I really wanted to. You know what? I have all these water tanks. Let's use this one. This is Achi. And the Columbine water tank, which was up on a hill, which doesn't work here. I just want to use this. I could probably find another one that's more appropriate, but I really just want to use this. I'm not trying to roll it, I want to rotate it. I don't want to roll it. So, yeah, I don't know what to think of that movie. If you have an opinion on it, I don't even... Is it called Yesterday? Oh, crap, I can't change the track kind with this. Well, that's useless. If I can't do that, then I can't hardly use the damn thing, now can I? Alright, never mind, so much for that. I'm not going to be able to use any of these either. Holy cow, this thing's big. Why does it have a rail underneath it? Are you going to drive through the middle of it? Pond weeds, pond scum. Cold water freight depot. No, I want a water tower. GWR water crane. W water tank. Giant water towers. Giant waterfalls. Now, I want a bigger one or a standpipe. One of the two. That's weird, it's full of sand. That's weird, it's full of metal. SS water tank. No, because we wouldn't need that here. Or we wouldn't have that here. I guess what I'll just do is, I'll do the... I thought there was a different... Here, let's put this somewhere. And... water column. Nope, that's just an object. There was a better water tower that I found a minute ago, I swear. I was staring at it. I went, oh, that's pretty good, and then I went past it. Oh, this one. Yeah, this one I use all over the place. Although, actually, no, I don't want to use this one here. It looks too good. I'm going to do the 1880 water tower. I place it down, I got rid of it, I changed my mind, here we go. I'm going to put the 1880 water tower down. Let's line this thing up, get it oriented right. How much more time do we have? Okay, we've got like 45 minutes. Okay. Here we go. We've got some ghetto coal states and a old water tower. Awesome. We just don't have a way for vehicles to actually get out of here. I should probably make that here instead of... I need to move this stuff over. Okay. And let's make a hole in the fence for that. Clear this. And that. Did I actually successfully? No, I didn't. I didn't successfully use a pick list today. I was about to. I changed my mind. Or actually, I didn't change my mind. I found the thing I was looking for, which was that bridge pillar. I think I might have it saved in a pick list, but I'm not totally sure. Okay, so this is going to be like a road extension for things to drop stuff off over there. Anyway, this area is coming along. I feel like I say that a lot. Okay, let's name all these industries so that we can get them in the spreadsheet, and then I can start thinking. This is going to be... Oh, crap. Okay, so this is how it's going to be. Move. Main siding. Okay. MV wool sheep siding. Oh, I didn't put another one. MV wool warehouse. And I'm gonna actually cut one word out of this. And one word out of this because it's unnecessary. We didn't put a thing over there, but the thing is going to be MV coal. So I still need another thing over here. Give me that. What is this place called? If that's the... Maybe this will be like dyeing. That'll be carding, and this will be dyeing. Or bleaching. Because it's supposed to be a bleachery, really. I assume bleach has to come from a kind of chemical plant. I don't know what sort of things go into making bleach, so we'll have to figure that one out later. I need to find a chemical car with bleach. Or I would like to. I doubt that there is one because there never is a car with what I need. Okay. Continue with the naming. MV wool. I mean, I want to call it dyeing. I just don't know, like... I just don't know. Like, I honestly, I have no idea. And yeah, MV wool coal is going to be over here. It's going to be narrow gauge and a standard gauge one, just in case. MVSG coal. MVSG water. And let's see, did I name these? Nope. MVNG water. MVSG coal. MVNG coal. There we go. MV coal transfer. Okay, that's named. MV log transfer NG. MV log transfer SG. Now these are going to be really straightforward. So these are going to be really straightforward because there's not like going to be a commodity that, what do you call it? That that is actually produced or consumed there. It's just going to be passing on through. Alright, what else do I need to name here? We might want to have diesel fuel for the diesel, but I'm not sure the thing actually consumes diesel, so I don't really think it's necessary to have that. It probably would just be extra effort. And then this is going to be... What did I make this place? What did I call this place? This is the Harrison Switzer Milling Company. MV Harrison Milling Company. And... Okay, this is MV Steel. Or MV Scrap, or whatever it's called. I did name this. MV Metals. Okay. Where is the industry? Here it is. That's the crane. Move the crane. Over here. Okay, let's grab this. MV Steel. Scrap. Drop off. And I'm only adding the word drop off because of the other two places that involve scrap. Please. So, okay, the other thing is, here this is MV Steel Iron Drop Off. This is going to take the iron pellets, because they're going to use that to, like, combine with other metals, yada yada. MV Steel pick up 1, and then, did I place this exactly on? No, I didn't. MV Steel pick up 2. Okay. You know what can be dropped off here? Like boxcars full of recycled stuff. Because we could recycle old junk here that doesn't necessarily come in on flat cars. I keep drinking more water, expecting it to help when it doesn't help, and then I drink more water. Except it's not water, it's lemonade. What is this place? This place straight up doesn't have a name. Well, I've been through the desert on a factory with no name. Okay, so let's, MV Textiles. MV NG Coal Dock. Do we have a name for this place? No, of course not. And this is MV Appliances. It's very interesting the way they have that set up. MV Goods Transfer SG. MV Goods Transfer NG. Is there anything else that I need to name? Oh, yes. Yes, I do. Stuff over... The thing over here, which is the... Oh, it doesn't have an industry. Ah! Damn it. Mistake. Yakuza boss die. Yakuza very mad. You know, it's really interesting to me how The Office is so super popular these days. It's one of these shows that it's like, it's had a straight up resurrection. Not that it was bad when it was out, not that people didn't like it when it was out, but it was a big show, and now it's bigger. Like, now it's huge, and I don't get it. I don't understand. I guess what the reason is that when it was coming out, a lot of people that care about it now weren't, like, old enough to watch it, or to care enough to watch it. Not like you weren't old enough to watch it, because, you know, you can watch it. You could have. It didn't really have, like, adult themes, really. But you know, I watched it with my mom. I did not watch it because I decided to watch The Office. I watched it because somebody else was watching it, and they were like, "This is funny. You should watch it with me." And I did, and I did enjoy it back in the day. Although the cringe humor, I still can't deal with. I still can't deal with. It hurt then, and it hurts now. This is Monkey Bananas Limited, or something. Monkey Limited Bananas, whatever. Okay, so this is going to take a boxcar full of fruit pallets. And yeah, that's sort of the thing we need to hash out here. What's going where? We have that and that. We have that and that. We have these two boxcars here of goods that are going into this place. Or into or out of? Well, this is a big manufacturing facility, so I think they might be coming out of it. But I'm not certain. Actually, yeah, it's not a warehouse. It actually is a manufacturing facility, so they'd be coming out of it. Steel's going into here. This does all sorts of stuff. But the issue is that it, like, I don't have any cars to transport the stuff on. All these things. Hold on, let me pull this up real quick and just watch this. So this is I say watch this, you can't see it. SAP Textile Mill Reskin. So if I type in SAP Textile Mill, and then I'm going to list dependencies, and then you see all of these things, except for general goods. General goods are general goods. Container, cotton bale, blah, 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 blah. Halibut, apple, stack of 3. Bulk load, liquid load. And then I list dependency, no, not the dependencies. I list dependents. There are, wait a minute, what the hell? Container, oh, it might be the container. List dependents. Okay, there are a handful of things that can carry these, but every single one of those is a modified boxcars and things that I've gotten from elsewhere. They're 40-foot boxcars, so jointed rail boxcars, by the looks of it. So if I go, 40-foot boxcar, actually it's so it's these. Particularly, let's see, which ones? The New York Central B&A and the wood ones. So it's the USRA ones. So 40-foot boxcar, let's scroll down. USRA. So it's not the... It is JR ones. But these guys. Paper roll vertical, car loads, and then box stuff. All of this stuff. These are the kind of things that I need in the base game. But the issue is that the only cars that carry them are not in the base game. They are things that, hold on, if I revert this to original, it's modified. And if I, list asset versions, there are no other asset versions. It's just this. They're from Jackson Barno, and I'll look this guy up on the download station and make sure that I can't get his other stuff, which I'll actually do that right now. So, new window, new content window. Unfortunately you guys can't see this, but I will narrate as I go. Opening up the filter, going to download station, and I want stuff that's on the download station. I don't care if it's installed. I don't want it if it's out of date, obsolete, or payware, but I want the author to be Jackson Barno. And I'm gonna get the feeling that none of his stuff is on here. If it is on here, though, I really need to download all of it immediately, because these boxcars are my ticket to using these industries. And I'm glad that I got these. And it looks like these were in the Fox Lake area. Okay, so he has made a holy hell ton of stuff. Actually, no, he hasn't. Let's see. Where is his Jackson Barno? Okay, care if it's out of date. I don't care if it's obsolete. I don't care if it's payware. I just care if it's on the download station. So we have some USRA box cars. 40-ton single sheath box car, that is mostly a USRA standard, is used by the Canadian Pacific. AAR box cars. Yeah, see, there aren't all of his USRA ones. The 40-foot boxcar USRA, they're not on the download station. They are elsewhere. And if anyone wants to contact him so you can reskin these things and then put them back up so I can use the SAP Industries, that would be super duper awesome. The reason I'm saying super duper so much is that I was going back through old episodes and I found one where Charlie calls him, or not Charlie, where Dan calls himself the super duper chief, which I thought was hilarious. I didn't write that, Weibold did, and that's possibly my favorite Dan line ever. Speaking of which, I actually do have an Iron Horseman update, a small one, but one nonetheless, for this week's timetable. Okay, so everything here pretty much has drop-offs of some kind. This thing consumes dyes, right? And if this is a big if, I can go and download something that will then let me, let's see, dye in drums on pallet, list dependents. Nothing. If somebody wants to make me a boxcar that will let me use the dye drums, then I can drop them off here and I can drop them off over there. That will be very, very helpful. And same thing with clothing packaged and boxed on pallet. Otherwise, I'm just going to have these guys spit out thing. I will do my best to look for stuff before I continue here, because I don't really want to get wicked into this and then not be able to do anything with it. I also don't want to have modified cars rolling around for longer than I need to, basically. So, you know, I'm gonna avoid that pretty much at all costs. If anybody wants to reskin these things, say so. And it's not just a reskin I need somebody to put the commodities in. It's not rocket surgery, but I need somebody to take care of it because I am way too effing busy to attempt that. But you know, I know it's not rocket surgery. I think Mason did one for me earlier. So, okay, so yeah, what's next? We've got half an hour left. Let's think about what we want to do with this. Okay, right. This place takes fruit pallets. So let me look on my industries and balance spreadsheet. And I can close out this other tab that was the comments, because I'm through both of those. So this is going to be the first one. It's going to be fruit pallets, and I could go over there and see what it is, but really I just want to set down the car so I remember what it is. And I need to re-add the stuff onto here. So freight cars and loads. If I go down to fruit pallet. Fruit canned on pallet. No. Do I have bananas? Do I have bananas as a thing? No, I don't. Oh well. Fruit canned on pallet. No, do I have a different kind of thing? Do I have, like, just fruit pallets? I guess I don't. Oh well, that's kind of unfortunate. Oh wait, yeah I do, it's right here. Fruit pallets. Doi. What is the ideal car for a fruit pallet? Oh, the PFE reefer. Makes sense. PFE reefer. And I picked the early one, just because it's above it in the list. So, fruit pallet. Excellent 7. Okay, so we have a fruit pallet. Over here... This looks almost like a machine shop, you know? I don't necessarily know what I would really put here, but food home manufacturing. Because why not? So slide this up like that. But what are we gonna have go here? Maybe more steel, maybe more lumber, maybe a little bit of both. Maybe some paper. Actually, maybe a little bit of both is right. So, hold on. Slide this back. No. Slide this back this way. And actually, let's get rid of this spline point here. Alright. And so I want, like, 2 of these, I think. If this is the ideal car for lumber, I want 2 of it. I want to grab it, not whatever. So I want one of these, I want one of these. And I want one that's full of lumber. So 2 things of lumber, 2 units of lumber. Or 3, I guess. Oh, you can stack 3 on that thing. And 1 unit of these guys. Flat stop. Okay, so I don't actually want this car for lumber, because this is not the default car for lumber. So if I'm moving lumber, the default car for it is, that's the flat car, it is the 50-foot PRR flat car, not the 53-foot flat car. Okay, so I think this is pretty well and good. The issue is that now nothing's coming out of here, but these, you know, if nothing's coming out, the assumption is that it gets trucked out. And if nothing's coming in, the assumption is that it gets trucked in. So this I'm not going to touch. This I'm going to touch. This is going to be, I don't know, something. Those guys are all set. I want to download some of this guy's things and see what I can play with, but I can't do that until the video's over, because I can't download during the video. So, let's get ourselves some coal cars. Or hoppers. Do I have East Broad top hoppers for this? Let's see. EBT. Because they were the only ones... Yes, I do actually. They were the only ones that produced actual 3-foot gauge hoppers. Everyone else either bought from the EBT or they took standard gauge hoppers and put trucks under them. And so this guy is going to get pretty busy. I'm going to say 10 car loads Mostly because it's, you know, it's like one barge worth. It's really not much, but it's... Oh crap, I made this whole length. So that's going to be kind of problematic, I think. Hopefully the engine doesn't try to run every car off and, you know, run these cars off. Hopefully that doesn't happen. This guy, I think, is going to take in lumber or general goods. He's definitely going to take something off of here. What it is, I don't know yet. But it's got to be something that gets hoisted off. So, what is something that could be unique to the narrow gauge? I need a narrow gauge flat car. And then we'll see. Because it's always going to be governed by what we can carry. Oh, I do have flat cars. URY. Can these guys just carry gilsonite? Of course. Of course they can carry gilsonite. They can only carry gilsonite. They can carry bagged gilsonite. And you don't need a crane to pick that up. So, I can't use the Westerford and Bradford ones. Let's see. That's standard gauge. This is standard gauge. This is going to be standard gauge. Green Gorge flat car. I don't know what this is based off of, but let's see what kind of commodities it can carry. Transformers, steel bars, telegraph poles, steel girders, and of course general goods. Let's see. DNRGW 40-foot narrow gauge flat car. That's gonna... Oh, it doesn't carry anything. That's really helpful. DSPNP flat car. I don't think I can use this. I double can't use it because it doesn't have a thing. Bulkhead flat car. 2NG flat car. Can't use that. That's the wrong gauge. It's still narrow gauge, but it's not... It's too narrow. It's very much too narrow. Well, it looks to me like, aside from the Green Gorge flat car... Wait, I can use Green Gorge stuff, can't I? I had never thought of it, because... Well, because I was doing standard gauge, but Green Gorge is all DLS stuff. I can use Green Gorge stuff. Awesome. Alright, so let's put something on this. Let's see. Steel rods, steel bars, telegraph poles, girders, John Deere tractors, or transformer utility. It's either those or gilsonite. I don't know, you know. What is this for being V? This is V2. Oh, I can put on other things. Oh, all the flat cars are different. Although I assume most of them just haul gilsonite. Yeah. They pretty much all just haul gilsonite, unless they happen to look different. Oh, that's literally a load. The poles are a load. And they're just sacks. It's not even descriptive as to what they are. They just come with sacks. I'm guessing gilsonite. Always just gilsonite. And we knew the high numbered ones are gilsonite too. It's like that's the only one with stakes. And it just also carries sacks. I assume they carried a lot of other stuff in other stuff. No. Okay, this is a reskinned DSPNP flat car, so it can't carry anything. This is obviously way too big. However, it would be nice to have. So it's either a Uinta Railway flat car with lots of sacks, which I suppose isn't the worst thing in the world, but it's really ambiguous as to what the sacks are. Or a Green Gorge flat car with any of these things. Which I don't think this stuff coming down from the hills really makes an awful lot of sense. Unless it's going up with them. So, This would imply that it's under construction, you know? But... Also, what is hold spreader? Let's see what this is. Oh, it's just lumber. What about Batsamune? Or whatever this is. What are you? Also lumber? Oh, little logs. Transformer utility, what are you? Oh, whoops, hold on, need to get rid of this load, and then I can add this load. The thing that I could do is have telegraph poles and have it drop off logs to be whittled down into telegraph poles. Actually, no, that's right. This area is supposed to be... There are going to be logs coming down, because this is a very lumber-heavy railroad, as you guys probably remember if you were around for Geiger Mountains. So, I can't bring down logs, I guess. Although I can bring down Baumseteme. And I can also bring down suspicious looking things. Oh, you know what? I probably have skeleton. Nope, I don't. Okay, how come I don't have any 30-foot or 3-foot 30? Whatever. How come I don't have anything for this? 36 East Broad Top, 36 Steam Dummy, Unit 51. I used to have so much narrow gauge stuff. Where did it all go? Livestock, hay bales, general goods, or general goods. So that'll probably come in handy later. But how come I only have one Green Gorge flat car, and it carries this stuff? And I don't have any 3-foot gauge skeleton cars? Now, this is definitely going to be logs. It's definitely going to be logs, and they're going to be hoisted up, and they're going to be brought in there, and then out here we're going to have like general goods put into boxcars. That's going to be that. So let's just grab a boxcar. Look at all these red birds I have. Where do I have a boxcar? Not over there, I don't. Where did I have one? Think. There are them kicking around. They are kicking around here, but where? Over here. Oh God. Oh God. Alright, so I want this to be full of general goods. Which these are the in-kind. That's how you can tell the difference. They're going into the main city, not coming out. And here's going to be some flat cars. Let me just try one more time. Flat. Not the Uinta ones, because we already have established that they can't carry anything that isn't Gilsonite, except for suspiciously large sacks. Monpa, which I'm pretty sure is standard gauge. Actually, is that Monpa? It's M and PA. I have my one Green Gorge flat car, which doesn't help, unfortunately. I have DNRGW narrow gauge flat car, which I think we established doesn't carry anything. Yep. Somebody wants to reskin that one and put some commodities on it, that'd be awesome. DSP-MP flat cars that I can't use. Bulkhead flat car DES with very unique DES loads. I have more 2-foot stuff than 3-foot stuff. That's kind of unfortunate. There are definitely 2-foot gauge skeleton cars or log cars. How about just log? Logs reach disconnect. Wait a minute. Oh. Pikachu face. Speaking of which, I want to see Detective Pikachu. So bad. Log disconnect wood. Reach bar loco. Reach bar long. Oh, let me guess, none of these actually carry anything. Damn it! Oh man, I was so excited because these are specifically designed log carrying cars. That's standard gauge. Oh, those would have been so fun to play around with. Logging equipment. And let me just try one more time with the green gorge. Gurge? I'm just trying to find... I know I can just look something up, but I would just rather use what I have. Reefer, tank car, tender, and then all these engines. Unfortunately, we just have box cars, and the box cars don't carry logs. Okay, oh well. Alright, we'll have to go download some of that. I'll be downloading stuff after this episode is done. This is cute as hell. But yeah, this is gonna be logs. Twin River Milling. Logs. Input. Twin River Milling. Output. I'm going to name this building. Twin River Milling. Okay. Continue with our endeavor. MV appliances. MV appliances standard gauge. Not sure what I'm going to do with that yet. What's a nice name for... I mean, maybe they'd make, like... Again, I'm thinking just furniture. Let's see. What would be the name of this place? Gully Island, something like that. I don't know what this necessarily would be. I don't have a name for this river, so I don't have a name for this island, so I don't have a name for this industry. Maybe something generic. Or maybe something unique. I'm not sure. One of the two. Oh god. What? So, how can I draw inspiration? What would people have thought about this? Although, back in the day, I suppose that, okay, yeah. This is gonna be... Canal Island Milling Co. Canal Island Milling Co. Siding. Let's see. Let's see. German, clearly German. What's German? What's German that isn't a World War II joke? Or like politics at all. Actually, maybe something, is that M-A-S-C-H S-G-H and then an E at the end. E towards the end. Maschinenfabrik, that's what it is. That looks right. And then this is going to be... Let's see. Let's see. High edge. No. Breckmore tooling. Yeah? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think about those. Maschinenfabrik. Maschinenfabrik. Let's see. What? I'm looking at this place. What does this place do? What does this do? And what should we be dropping off here? I don't really know. That's the thing. I'm going to be stumped on these things. I'm going to be going back and forth. If you guys have an idea for what you want to go in these locations, absolutely speak up, because it is super important that I get some community input here so that it's not just all me grumbling about, what should I put here? And again, if you want to participate in the Tolbrun Reskin project and help me make some of these new freight cars, or, you know, not make necessarily, but put together, but reskin and edit these freight cars for Tolbrun, absolutely bring that up to me, because I really need the help. And if we're going to program things, then it is kind of imperative that we do this. So, yeah. At least we have most of the sidings in place and everything named, and a couple more things squared away. So, anyway. Is there anything else? I mean, I only have like 30 seconds left. I just don't want to start the intro too early and have like an awkward bit where I'm trying to say goodbye, but it's not ready. You know, like when you say goodbye to somebody, but you end up walking the same way towards the parking lot. Yeah, you know, I'm just trying to avoid that. The other thing I need to start doing is I need to start setting up the switch stands, which are going to be like 21st century switch stands. And yeah, that's the next undertaking here. That's the next project. Oh, is this not straightened? This looks awful. Hold on. That's the next like quality of life thing, after we get this place programmed. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next week. Train Matt.